Yo, what's up, guys? Alright, well, I've had this idea for quite a while of doing a playthrough of the first Pikmin game and kind of running through it old YouTuber, like, Let's Play style. This is the kind of content I grew up watching when I was a wee boy. You know, Chuck Conroy, Proton John, all that. And I thought it'd be fun to, you know, just give it a go. See how I handle it. I've never done anything like this before. Well, that's not true, but like, I haven't done anything like this in like a while. And so I just kind of wanted to, you know, like I said, see how I do. So before we begin, a couple, I guess, things to note. I am playing this on the Dolphin emulator. I'm not cool. But specifically, I am playing the Pikmin Squared remake of the game, which is Pikmin 1, remade in Pikmin 2's engine, made last year by the Pikhacker team. This is a very faithful remake. It pretty much just makes the game less 2001 clunky, which I know some people like, but I'm just not a fan of it. I mean, the Pikmin, they're just a little bit smarter. Some of the mechanics feel a lot better. It's actually new content in the form of a second, like, side story. I don't know if I'll be playing that for this, just because I'm not very familiar with it. I've only done one playthrough with a buddy of mine a while back. But I thought this would be the most fun version of the game to play, just because I think it holds up very well as a faithful remake. So, without further ado, let's just get into it. Yeah, you're fucked, buddy. It's over for you. There were multiple things he could have done there. I'm just saying, I think that might have been a skill issue. Day 1, the impact site. My name is Captain Olimar. While traveling through the space, my ship was struck by a meteor. I must have blacked out and I awoke on the surface of a weird planet. With so many parts lost, the skeletal hull of my beloved dolphin is a painful sight. The engine's gone. I'm stranded. To make matters worse, my atmospheric sensors indicate this planet's environment contains high levels of poisonous oxygen. My life support systems can function for only 30 days. If I can't repair the dolphin by then, no, better not think about it. I must find the missing ship parts. Alright, well, simple enough premise, I feel. We are tiny little spaceman. I think that this game does a pretty good job. I think later entries actually do better, but I think that this game does a pretty good job at really defining a scale for the game. For context, I believe the scale is that Almar's about as tall as a quarter, like a GameCube memory card. So it's like we are small as fuck. Anyways, what the fuck is that thing? Aw, hell no. A goofy ass fucking seed. A strange thing has appeared before me. I'd barely begun my search when it reared up as if it were waiting for me, then dropped a single seed. What is it? Is it alive? Is it a machine? It resembles a vegetable on my home planet that we call an onion. I shall call this an onion too. Huh. The seed the onion dropped took root in the soil and now produced an adorable little sprout. This sprout emits a strange light and it sways back and forth without benefit of wind. I cannot help but to think it's calling to me. I am compelled. I must approach it and press A. Ah, yes. I too feel the urge to approach random sprouts and press A. Aw, fuck. It's you. It's this guy. Get a load of this guy. Extraordinary. When I plucked the sprout, it turned out to be a living creature, not a plant. Pikmin has done no visible damage, it just stands there, staring menacingly. Its shape is similar to the pick brand carrots I love so much. I believe I shall call it a Pikmin. Here I am, stranded on a toxic planet, fighting to survive, and yet I'm intrigued. I must research this fascinating creature. I shall try to grab it and throw it with A. I will call it to my side with B. Perhaps it will react to C and X as well. Fun controls. Yep, alright, camera controls. You don't care about this. First person camera. That's not vanilla. Okay, I can't do anything with that, but that's cool. Alright, so, we throw him like that, and we can call him with the whistle. And he's just gonna keep following us until we make him do something, or we press the Y button, and that will dismiss him like that. You can tell they're dismissed when they have the little ring of light around their leaf. These are pellet posies. They're one of your main ways of, well, actually, we'll see what they do in a second. But you can take them down immediately by hitting them in the flower. If not, then the Pikmin will just attack their stem. We are about to see what these numbers mean. The numbers, what do they mean? We'll find out. Just hold your fucking horses. Be patient with me, okay? God. It made more of the dickheads. Sick. So now we got 3 fuckers. Astonishing. The onion has sown more seeds. The small red pellet the Pikmin harvested after cutting down a flower appears to be some type of food that can propagate more Pikmin. The onion seems to be a sort of incubator. Needless to say, I must study this strange life form more. Alright, so we can just make dudes do that. And there we go. So a fun little secret that not everyone actually will do that in a second. So we're gonna take these 5. We're gonna put it on this pellet over here. So pellets give more if that's how the number is obviously how many Pikmin it gives. But as you notice, with the 1 in, we got 2. What's the deal with that? Well, you get more if the color matches the type, the onion you put it in. Because spoiler alert, there's more than one type of Pikmin. What? This pellet up here, completely optional. You do not need this to progress. But as you will come to find out, it is always a good thing to have more Pikmin. So it's not a bad idea to grab this. It's really not that far out of the way. Just do it. It'll make your life a little easier. So, with our 12 guys, we'll come get those 2 later. We can now push this block. Or this box, rather. One of these is 10. And look at them go! So this day is very different than other days. This doesn't... The structure of this is unlike any other day in the game, as we'll see soon. Pikmin are as curious as children. They form groups to perform tasks that would be impossible for an individual. A glimmer of hope has begun to shine in my heart. If I can make use of their skills, perhaps I can fix my ship. I shall sum up all I've learned of Pikmin conduct. Approach, press A, sprouts, hold, release, throw, press B to call them, X to dismiss, use C to command, blah blah blah. Oh, yes, I haven't gone over that. We will do the... I'll show that now. So, as you see, they just kind of are in a blob behind me right now. We'll get these guys too, why not? But there's a way to make them a little more directed. So if I use the C stick, or in my case, the right stick, then we can make them form a line. If you have a large amount of them, it won't be a single file line, but you can more reasonably direct them through a tight corridor here. For example... Oh, well, for example, there's a fucking cutscene. Amazing, there's no mistaking it. My ship's engine rests before my very eyes. By a stroke of pure luck, I've already stumbled upon the most important piece of my damaged craft. Fate has smiled upon me, but how will I get back to the dolphin? I fucking wonder. Anyways, so if we tried to do that now, we do not have enough. Keep in mind, C-stick swarming is also a very efficient way to put Pikmin onto an item. So, we're in a single file line here, and we can more easily get up here like that. If we had a very large group of Pikmin, that might be tough to do. So, we need to grab more guys. Huh. Now, what is this? Well, as a certified gamer, that sound effect means it's not doing anything. So we'll have to come back to that later. Alright, now we just gotta wait to just get back. We can go over carrying capacity next. As you can see, the ones that only have one Pikmin on it, they're going reasonable speed. But the ones with two on it are going faster. You can see them catching up, actually. You can hold usually up to about double of the carrying capacity on an item, and it will make it go pretty significantly faster. And we are going to see why that can be important. I would say you don't always want to put the max amount on, but there are situations where you would want to. So, we got 25 dudes. It's important to mention that in the vanilla game, sprouts take significantly longer to sprout. And additionally, if I had a bunch of people, Pikmin rather, Pikmin are not people, sorry to say, I would have to spam the button. In this, I can just press A once and it will auto-pluck. Pikmin 3 and 4 made this system, they kind of carried it over here, which is nice. We can press A to inspect part and we'll get a little blurb about it. I'm not going to be really reading a ton of those just because it's like, not that interesting. There's a couple that I think are cool. And or funny. But really, there's not a lot else to say right now. For camera controls, I'm kind of constantly pressing left trigger to put that behind me. Right trigger is what zooms it in and out. You can get kind of an overhead view with Z. If I press Z and R at the same time, I get that sort of camera. This isn't very useful. It looks cool, but I don't really use it very much. It's nice to get a view of, like, the landscape, though, if I want to. But, oh, not really. But, anyways, our part is back. Let's fucking go, boys. Huge. Oh, glorious. With the help of these Pikmin, I've taken a huge step back towards home. My ship can once again lift off. The glimmer of hope is beginning to burn more brightly. But what has become of the remaining parts? That search starts tomorrow. that was uncalled for. You didn't deserve that. Alright, and at nighttime, we get the fuck out of here. Because none of us want to be anywhere near this shit. It's not immediately obvious why now, but we'll see. Pikmin Classic. It would be a Pikmin game without this song. One day since Impact, I somehow managed to launch the Dolphin. I was surprised to see the Onion lift off with me. Perhaps the Pikmin cannot survive overnight at the planet's surface? Or have they merely decided to join me for other reasons? Either way, it seems they will help me again tomorrow. Dolphin's missing 29 parts. If I can't recover them all, I may never return home with my family on planet Hocotate. Analysis shows life support systems will function for only 29 more days. How can I repair my Dolphin in such a short time? A dense forest is visible on the surface below. As it holds the keys to my survival, I name it the Forest of Hope. I explore it tomorrow. So, this ending screen shows a couple details here. We can see how many Pikmin we have. We got 25, of course. We can see how many we've lost and how many we've left behind in the individual day and so far. We can see the graph of the Pikmin population, which is a nice little detail if you're a numbers fucking nerd. You can see how many parts you've got, how many days remaining, and your total Pikmin population again at the bottom, as well as which parts in particular you've collected. And we'll save our game. So, something very nice about this game is that it's going to be very easily divided up into chunks. So it's very easy to know what the start and the end of an episode should be. And with that being said, that's where I'm going to end this one. I know it was probably on the shorter side. I'm not really sure. Most of these will be. But I think that's what lends this to a good first trial run of like a sort of Let's Play format. I think that's what makes this game so good for that. I really don't got anything else. So, I guess next time we'll go to the Forest of Hope. Alright, thanks.